was me all along.
Hey everyone, my name is Sophie from Sophisticated Organization. Welcome back to another Sophisticated Saturday video where together we work through my to-do list and get stuff done around the house. Now, I am doing an after dark Sophisticated Saturday. I say after dark, though it's not quite dark out yet, but I just put Owen to sleep. Jim is away for the night. He's at a baseball game, actually with one of my cousins who's in town, who invited him but did not invite me, but that's okay. I wanted to get a lot done around the house, especially in the kitchen today. You'll see that though this is Sophisticated Organization, I'm not perfectly organized with everything, and in terms of the order of how I'm cleaning up this kitchen and getting all of the cooking done that I wanted to do and meal prepping, it's a little bit disorganized. I am cooking some leftover quesadillas for Owen to have for tomorrow. I am decanting some products that I just picked up from the grocery store a little bit earlier in the day. I'm also making a bunch of waffles. We had waffles for dinner. Jim was home for dinner and then left right after that, and Owen had some waffles for dinner too, and I wanted to make a second batch because they were so delicious. I'm going to link the waffle mix that we're using in the description below. It is a local Omaha company. They actually have a pop-up at a local nursery near us, and we had chicken and waffles on Mother's Day, and it was so delicious, and the mix is actually quite healthy. It's yogurt based. It's interesting because to make the mix, you have to put some sort of sparkling beverage in it. So they recommend club soda, but you could also do sparkling water, and you could do a flavor of sparkling water in there. They say you could even do champagne. So there's a lot of fun ways to infuse flavor with it. But you'll see I am doing a bunch of random things in the kitchen here while I'm cooking those waffles because I only have a tiny little waffle maker. So I'm cooking them one by one and doing a bunch of other things while it happens. I am trying to clean out the fridge a little bit. I have a few meals that I was prepping. We had leftover ground beef, so I'm turning those into little salads for Jim and for myself to have. And this I was actually going to give for Jim to have on Monday for work for lunch, and I was going to make one for myself to have on Monday as well. Though it's Saturday night, it'll definitely stay good till Monday afternoon for lunch. So I'm just adding in anything that I have in the refrigerator or even in the pantry. You saw I added some corn there. I had some rice that I was adding in. This was actually a mistake at a grocery pickup. This Mexican rice was added to my grocery order, so I figured might as well toss some Mexican rice in there. I had leftover red onions from another recipe, so I just decided to tear those up because I was too lazy to grab another cutting board, and I'm adding those in the salad as well.
One more drink to swallow it down. I gotta get you out of my mind. But nobody said it was easy. But maybe I should have
Just one glass in, you're already on my mind. When it gets late, I always realize that I need you. Are you thinking about me tonight? It's no secret, all my friends already know. There's no reason.
Now I have my salad prepped as well. I was emptying out a few containers from the refrigerator there and dumping those out. You'll see I'm constantly back at that mini waffle maker, filling it up one by one, and I am going to make a dressing for the taco salad that I made. This is the easiest taco salad dressing ever. I don't really measure it anymore, but I try and add in some salsa, Greek yogurt, and a little bit of hot sauce, and it's always delicious. Just play around with the different amounts of both. I think the original recipe I had was part Greek yogurt or part sour cream and part mayo, and then add that with salsa and hot sauce. But I have really enjoyed just Greek yogurt and salsa and a little bit of hot sauce. So I am going to put those into two separate containers. One, the small one, so Jim can take that to work. The larger one I will keep here at home because I work from home and I can eat that. And I've put the leftover corn, the leftover rice in another Tupperware container. I'm pouring out old buttermilk from Mother's Day when I baked a cake and I don't have another purpose for it and it's going to get expired. There are some meatballs that were left over from a large Costco pack that I had in the fridge. I'm just going to toss those on the pan that I used earlier for the quesadilla, fry those up, and I had a tiny amount of red sauce left over. So then I'll just chop those up and put those in a small container for Owen to have throughout the week and the rest of the weekend as well. Just really trying to use everything up and prep as much food as I can in advance. Now I'm going to pop over to the kitchen table. I had taken all of the food off from dinner but hadn't finished fully cleaning it off or wiping it down. I still had Owen's cup there as well as the maple syrup because we did have, like I said, those waffles for dinner. So I'm going to wipe it off, do a little bit of cleaning up, and then on the other side of the table, I still have all of my baking supplies out. I know I keep mentioning Mother's Day, but it wasn't that long ago and didn't put away every single supply that I had there, so it was time to finally clean that up. And another thing that I had prepped in advance earlier was this bread. I made the dough in advance. You can leave it in the refrigerator for up to 3 days, and that's something that I really like about this recipe, is that when I have time, I can make the dough, and then if I'm going to make it throughout the week, it can be prepped in advance. One of the meals I was planning to make soon is a Philly cheesesteak soup, and the recipe has it served in a bread bowl, and I didn't see any bread bowls or anything at the local grocery store, so I just decided I could use my regular crusty bread recipe that I typically use and just try and make them into smaller individual portions and hollow them out myself and make my own little homemade bread bowls. So that's what I'm trying here. I did adjust the time a little bit because it is smaller pieces of dough, and I probably still should have cooked it a little bit longer than I ended up cooking it because they weren't fully cooked in the inside, which actually ended up being okay because I'm going to hollow them out anyway. With the first dough in the oven, I can take a moment there and pop over to the living room, clean that up really quickly. I still have waffles cooking, but Owen's toys are everywhere, and that's something that I do every night, whether it's a weekday night or a weekend night, is do a living room pickup in addition to a kitchen pickup.
This is me leaving, I'll let you win. I'll let you win. I'll let you win. I'll let you win. You're more to me than just a friend.
I switched the waffle and now I'm into my very messy office. Creative juices were flowing this weekend, as well as a little bit of leftover disaster and clutter from the work week that I didn't fully pick up and clean up after work on Friday. So I have both sides of my office. I am very fortunate to have this office all to myself, but the side that I'm on right now, I have for my 9-to-5 job, Monday through Friday as an attorney. So a lot of that stuff is paperwork and notebooks and pens and stuff that I was using during the week. And then you'll see the other side is what I use for crafting and for sophisticated organization and for my business. So I have my Cricut machine there. I have some new vinyl that I just ordered and needed to pick up both sides of the office.
Together we will shine, but we know we're running out of time, 'cause we met like strangers in the night.
tomorrow we have a going away party for a neighbor of ours. It's actually their daughter is moving into her first apartment. So I got her a few different kitchen tools and things that I just picked up from Target. They're all the OXO brands. They all kind of match together, and she actually has a little registry, so I know that they're things that she wanted. But I got her a kitchen scissors and a potato masher, a pizza slicer, a little spatula, and I know she is just so excited for her first apartment. So I'm hoping that she loves this, and it'll be really fun to pop over to our neighbor's house tomorrow. It's an open house, and I think there are a few other neighbors that are invited as well, so that should be really fun. But we wanted to get her a little something so we can help her celebrate.
Part of me, I wanna share my hopes and dreams with you, but will I ever see you again? I could travel 1,000 miles just to feel your arms around me. I will give my love to you, but will I see you when I get there? I could travel 1,000 miles just to feel your arms around me. I will give my love to you, but will I see you when I get there?
The random kitchen cleaning continues. You'll see the items and the mess is slowly dwindling here on the countertop. I just decanted some new garlic powder that I got. I still have some cleaning boxes sitting there. I have a bunch of dishes in the sink, some hand wash dishes that I need to take care of, this rolling pin. So I washed that, as well as I used our air fryer the other night for dinner. I made some air fryer chicken that I put on flatbread with Greek yogurt, which was really good. So that I need to clean out by hand. Part of it you can put in the dishwasher, and it recommends putting it in the dishwasher. These large baskets, it says they are dishwasher safe, but it prolongs the life of them if you wash them by hand. That, and they're so big and bulky, they take up honestly half of the dishwasher. So it's better for me to wash them by hand, although whenever I have hand washing dishes, I tend to let them sit in the sink for a little bit longer than they probably should. So I'm buckling down and cleaning them, as well as cleaning off that waffle iron, because I am finally done making all of the waffles.
I will give my love to you, but will I see you when I get there? Will I see you when I get there?
Most of you know that I run the dishwasher in the evenings. It runs overnight, and then in the morning we have clean dishes and put the clean dishes away. But because it's the weekend and when I'm doing a lot of meal prep, sometimes that schedule does get thrown off a little bit. It also sometimes gets thrown off during the week, but we try to stick to that as much as possible, especially during the week, just so we can empty the dishwasher before work. I can fill it up throughout the day. The nanny that's home can put Owen's dishes in there so it doesn't just collect in the sink and create more work for ourselves. I did decide to empty it tonight because I had been doing so much meal prep and I was trying to clean out containers in the refrigerator. So I had enough to fill up pretty much a full extra load. So I was going to empty the dishwasher, refill it up, and then run it again so we would be back on track. It was just almost like an extra load of dishes to do.
I know what heartbreak feels like. I know I've shed some teardrops. I've been here before. You have done it now. Left me on the ground. This is it. I won't come back. If we don't stop, if we don't go, I'll be left alone every night when you go. Sitting by myself, going crazy like all the time. If we don't stop, if I don't go, I'll be left alone every night when you go. And I hope you realize, playing with the fire.
This is funny because as I was rinsing out some of these dishes, I had to smell that container, if you saw that, because I had two of those food storage containers that looked the exact same in the refrigerator. One was that dressing that I just made, if you remember, that I kept for myself, and another one was a leftover sauce from a previous meal, and I panicked for a quick moment thinking that I by accident threw away the dressing that I made for the taco salad, but luckily it wasn't. It was the other dressing or the other sauce that I made previously that that I didn't need anymore. So I guess my way of trying to figure that out was giving it a quick sniff.
If I don't go, I've been left alone every night when you go. Sitting by myself, going crazy like all the time. If we don't stop.
I thought I'd check in. It is almost 9 o'clock, so I've been at it for a couple of hours now. Jim still is not home, and I am finishing up baking these bread bowls. I have one in the oven and one left to go. I just realized I didn't set a timer for the one that's in the oven, so I'm just gonna have to keep an eye on that. But I wanted to keep it real that though it's been 2 hours, I have been working a lot and on my feet a lot and doing a lot in the kitchen, as you saw, but for the past like 15 minutes, I've just been sitting here on my phone, scrolling Instagram. I have my iPad, I was watching TV. So I was taking a break and sitting down for a bit. So even if it looks like I'm go, go, go and crazy all the time, there are moments of rest in between as well. So I am also enjoying my evening a little bit. And like I said, this is not my standard evening by any means. I did a whole lot more meal prep than I usually would on a Saturday night. So I also have some things on the stairs to go upstairs. I'm gonna bring that upstairs and see what cleaning I have to do upstairs. And then hopefully fill up a bath and head to bed. And hopefully Jim will be home in the next like hour or so at the latest. So I am going to take care of that stuff, keep an eye on the bread, and get the last one in the oven as well. We are upstairs in my laundry room, and if you see that it looks like there's a ton of clutter on the countertop there is. And that is because I am testing out a bunch of laundry detergents. I am going to do a laundry detergent testing video for you all coming up soon. I just want to make sure I'm giving myself enough time to test all of it out. I think I'm going to break it down into probably several videos. The first one, I might do laundry powders, and then another one do liquid laundry, but they are all natural laundry detergents. And I have done a lot of research on the different ingredients that go into laundry detergents. I have been using Branch Basics for a really long time now, and I do enjoy it. There are a couple of things that make it not my absolute favorite and make me want to potentially branch out and see if there are other things I like out there. Branch out, Branch Basics, if you caught that. But I have, in general, really enjoyed Branch Basics. You guys know that I've been using it for years now, and I still do highly recommend it and have bought it over and over again. It's just I ran out of it and figured this would be a good opportunity to maybe try something new. The other portion of the mess was because I had so many towels and cloths that I had washed and hadn't taken a chance to fold them up and put them away properly. So I folded them and put them away before heading into our room and my bathroom. I just got new Q-tips. Jim's container needed to be refilled, as well as my bathroom drawer. So I wanted to take care of that tonight as well.
And I thought, it's time I'm letting you go. This time I know it for sure. Just thought I should let you know. Yeah, no words no more, no. I got so high on a low. That's when I loved you the most.
You can tell I'm really winding down for bed now because I have started brushing my teeth. And while I'm brushing my teeth, I'm gonna head over and start filling up a bath for myself. And while that continues running, I am going to pop over into our bedroom and put away some clothes that I had previously washed and folded. Just didn't take that last step of putting them away. But other than putting my laundry away and hopping into the bath, that is it for the evening. Jim still wasn't home yet, but he did text me that he was on his way, so I was going to take a bath, and then by the time I was done with my bath, he was already home. So it worked out and was perfect timing, and he was very impressed by how clean the kitchen was and all that I had accomplished while he was at the baseball game. So I hope you enjoyed this after dark sophisticated Saturday, a little bit different than some of the other daytime ones. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and until next time, I will see you all later.